Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals. Today looking at some Heart of the Swarm beta games, and as I have been probably for the last week or so, I am really switching over to Heart of the Swarm beta, which of course is unfortunately ending on the 1st of March. It's going to be a whole 11 days until I can play again, but I may have a workaround because ESET UK Masters have got some show matches coming on, so I should still get my daily dose of Heart of the Swarm action because they're going to keep on closed beta for all us esporty events, so you should still have some viewing to take care of, and hopefully I can build up a good little bank of casts so I can just bide you over in that period where you can't be playing it, but my goodness, you can be watching it. So, I should probably introduce these two players as opposed to just waffling on about the game and when the beta ends. So, the top right position, we do have the Red Terran playing for Mouse Esports. It is Hero Marine, and his opponent in the lower left, the Blue Terran playing for Team Complexity. It is the TvT. So TvT, not enough of these have been cast by me in the beta, but that is going to change because every time I see the opportunity to cast a TvT, I'm going to be on it as quickly as I can because I think it's a great matchup and there's some interesting things going on in it. Mech is pretty much the only way to go at the moment, to be honest. It's just so strong. So due to that, we should probably see mech in these two, and we've got the barracks being hidden there, so it's going to have to be scouted very specifically, and this could potentially freak out Hero Marine if he came over to scout, because he could be like, I see a gas but no barracks. Is there some kind of proxy rack somewhere? Are you Reaper rushing me? I just don't know, because that's something that's scary that can go on. Meanwhile, we do see the Marine is getting his own racks and gas out, so they're going for similar openings at the moment. The other advantage of putting this here is if you do go for a Reaper early, it will get there slightly sooner, and that appears to be the case. It's going to be the Reaper. There's a rally point getting controlled, so very, very quick Reaper out of the TvT. Meanwhile, Marine is just sending over that SCV to come and have a little look-see. We'll see the second gas, and seeing two gas this early on means that there will not be an expansion for quite a while. It's just that you can't do it, but there is going to be quite a lot of tech coming out most likely. So that's something that you're going to be wanting to check on, but the SCV now coming in sees there's one gas. Did it... Ooh, Marine pulled out. Marine pulled out before he saw that second gas. That's actually quite important. He needs to go and find that that's there. The Reaper now coming over. And if he doesn't see that second gas, that is actually going to hide a lot of important information. Will enough get seen? Well, what was actually spotted? Well, we just saw that there was a factory in production, and that was all, and knows that there's a Reaper. So what's the Marine going to do? Well, he cancelled that bunker, I believe it was, instead getting a factory up, and is now just sitting there on one gas, one racks, and one factory on its way. But TvT, he's getting up a reactor, he's getting ready to switch that factory over. Will we see Hellions? Will we see Widow Mines? We can hope for both, is the honest answer. Now, the Reaper is going to come jumping up there. The Marine's trying to intercept it as quickly as it can. Does get down to quite low health, but may be able to get a kill. It probably won't, though, because Marines are coming to cut it off. And this Reaper now having a slightly worrying moment and will die. As he's sitting there being like, Marines to my left, Marines to my right. Better go left, no right, no left, no right. Oh, I'm dead anyway. And now the TvT getting Widow Mines. This is so good. And he's rallying them. Actually, this cliff, so maybe expecting potentially some Reapers to come in, but he shouldn't be after what he scouted. So just getting ready perhaps for a medevac to come out. Maybe he's going to go for Widow Mine drops. That would be classy. That would be proper full-on boss mode, in my opinion. Meanwhile, the Marine, he's getting up the armory, he's getting up a starport, so we should be seeing Hellions. He's clearly going for Hellbats. That is his plan. Now, these Widow Mines are just scuttling along, just going on their little way. Widow Mines do have, in my opinion, one of the coolest movement animations going, and they're actually the same size as the Automatron 2000. They're like the Automatron 3000, just with added missile launchers, which, if only real-life upgrades had that, then you got the latest model of your car and it had a rocket launcher on it. That would be pretty awesome. Now, what's going on for the time being is we do have the armory. It is nearly complete. We do have the Marines pushing forward, ready to try and stop the Widow Mines, which are just happily camped out at the watchtower. Now, we do see that the medevac coming down, boosting over halfway. You've got two Widow Mines in there, two more coming up. We'll have a boost regenerated in time to come and drop it down here. So will Marine be able to take out in time, or will he instead just go for his own Hellbat drop? So we're now going to see which does better, a Hellbat drop or a Widow Mine drop. That is the question. So, not quite sure where this medevac's going. Got a little bit drunk. The pilot's just like, hey, let's fly right into my opponent's natural. They will never guess I'm there. And due to that, just pulling back, chucking down 2 of the Widow Mines. The other medevac on its way back, trying to beat the first one in there, boosting. And now it's just going to be a case of, ooh, can I defend this? The TvT with the Viking there. He's starting to take out that single for medevac. And of course, the medevac for TvT, it does stay up. That means that he can start healing up his own Hellbat. But a couple of SCVs have now got taken down. The Widow Mine is still there. Wants to try and bait it back. That's why he's running those SCVs over in that general vicinity. That it looks like Marine just saying, nope, I'm going to get these out of here. You've got a medevac, I don't. But did manage to kill 5 workers. In terms of the worker count, that now makes it 29 to 23 in favour of the Marine. But now with a good little pickup, that was actually a brilliant move. And I wish I'd hyped that more as I saw it going down. Using the medevac, picking up those units into it, flying over to get the surround, using the boost on the medevac, preventing the retreating Hellbats. My goodness, sometimes you see things that are just so baller and you're like, yes, that is exactly what you should be doing. Now, Marines are going to start chipping away at these Vikings, going to push them back, that's fine, but the Widow Mines coming up, still no expansion on the way for either player as far as I can see. I don't believe either player has built a second command center yet, so just one base play, but with those 2 medevacs there, it's always going to be a bit of a fear. The TvT with Hellbat drops incoming. Oh no, the SCV just outside of range there. There comes down the first natural command center, getting ready to be produced, to be brought in. In comes the medevac. Where's it going to go? What's it going to do? The 2 Vikings there are going for the air superiority. If he can knock out that Viking, the TvT will not be able to run in with that medevac actually he wants to, and here it comes. I can see it from my peripheral vision that it's on its way through. Loading up for a Hellbat drop of his own though, so it's Hellbat drops v Hellbat drops now, and this is just getting so funky. Hellbat drops are just so good, and now with the pullback, meanwhile, these 2 dropships coming in, and Marine actually hiding one previously. That means it's going to be a double Hellbat drop into the main base, and the TvT's single Viking will not be able to take it out in time. The second one trying to get back, but will not be there in time, I doubt. There goes the boost on the medevacs. They're coming in. They're going full speed. They are going ASAP. The one medevac gets taken out, though, and there were still a couple of Hellbats in there, I do believe. But now a lot of SCVs were killed there. But equally, a lot of SCVs have been killed by the TvT. So this is now pretty tough to work out who's ahead, who's behind, but just due to the fact the Marine does have so many Hellbats in there, and oh, so many SCVs, I think that could actually be game, just running them straight through all of their Hellbats. Oh my goodness, that was so tragic to watch. But meanwhile, there's Hellbat drops coming on here from the TvT. This game has just been all about the Hellbat drops, and just damage going to the left, to the right, for the blue, for the red, and all in all, if we take a look at the work count, it's now 11 to 5 at the 11-minute mark, which is always fun. More drops coming down, more SCV trying to get killed, trying to use the medevacs to drop directly on top. Marine, though, has managed to clean up the push in his main, and as such, I believe that he should be able to take this game now fairly comfortably. That Widow Mine is about to be reset and could be about to go and do some damage, but what will he be able to do? Here comes the drop, trying to drop around in total, but where did that actually go down on? What did it hit? It hit the medevac. Ooh, so that Widow Mine doing a little bit of damage there. The worker count, unfortunately, 4 to 11. A Hellbat gets taken out by a Widow Mine there. This is always good times. The natural base completely undefended though, so that just means bad times. TvT is bringing back 2 offensive Widow Mines to try and just get a bit more of a defensive spot there right now. Maybe try and prevent any retreat. The 2 Widow Mines in the main nearly reset, but these couple of supply depots are likely to go down. TvT just does not have the money nor the income to be able to deal with this, and the Viking trying to bait back as many of these units as he can, just trying to bait back the Hellbats into the Widow Mines, but there they go, they get taken out, and that was the end of that aggression. So, to recap, in what is quite a simple recap, Hero Marine dropped Hellbats, TvT dropped Hellbats, then Marine dropped some more Hellbats, TvT dropped some more Hellbats, Marine dropped Hellbats, TvT dropped Hellbats, and I think it was only 3, but I could have been 4, I don't completely remember. And that basically meant that both players lost a lot. But this is the important part, this is the really critical bit of the recap. Marine defended this fairly well. He cleaned out all the Hellbats and then had his own still doing damage, where he killed a critical number of SCVs, knocking his opponent down to just 5. But, and this is the big but, TvT had his natural base out before Marine did, and therefore there's only a small difference between them now. A grand total of 7 workers, but the mules are equal. The army supplies are are favouring Marine, which is to be expected, but also the loss tab is favouring the Marine, and upgrade-wise, there are none. So, which way would you call this now? Marine is definitely the current in the advantage currently, and it looks like the STC is going to try and get back at him by going for some Widow Mine drops, which would be fairly exciting. Come on, Widow Mines, you can do this. You can bring it back. Seriously, 3 Widow Mines in here, so many SCVs would die. This game is getting scrappy below the belt. They are chucking sand in each other's eyes. That is the approach they're going for right now. None of these big macro battles. There's a Widow Mine about to kill a Widow Mine. That is terrible. But in comes the medevac, trying to go as quickly as he can. Can he burrow them in time? Burrow the Widow Mines. There we go, 2 burrowed. That was good. That is exactly what you want. Meanwhile, they are detonating everywhere. One was taken out though, the Raven, granting the detection required for Marine, and STC's ingenious plan unfortunately didn't achieve much, and that means still we're seeing an 8 worker advantage here for Marine compared to STC. STC, no doubt, they're getting very frustrated. He had a lot of his hopes pinned on that, needed to do some good SCV and worker damage, but unfortunately was unable to do so, and instead just lost quite a lot of stuff. So, currently Marine with a quite sizable supply lead of around 20, which when we're only at 1750 is rather substantial. We are at a point where actually the Marine is just going to go for some damage. I know why I keep calling them Marine. It's because it's the STC against Hero Marine. But, oh, look at this, a good little drop. Did manage to get a couple of workers there. That was really brilliant, and that actually has leveled things up a lot more closely now. So the STC is coming back into this. Meanwhile, Marine is going to go, oh my goodness, Marine's Widow Mines, they're going to do so much damage. Look at the damage they've done. Luckily, the single medevac does just survive. A Widow Mine cannot one-shot a medevac, but a Viking coming to help. That means that these Hellbats are now stuck in there, but the counter push is coming through. What is here to defend? The answer is a grand total of nothing. Just 2 Hellbats against an awful lot of Hellbats, a Raven, and of course a Viking. So this is now, is this going to be a Hellbat based race? That would be really funky. Meanwhile, STC is dropping into the natural. He's done some good damage there. He's now killed more workers than his opponent, but Marine is coming in with his own Hellbats. He's got a tank there as well. He's got the Viking there using some auto turrets, just trying to deal some extra damage. The Hellbats are going to be able to clean out all of STC's SCVs, which are staying out the way. Meanwhile though, we do see STC has managed to deal some good damage. He's cleaned out everything remaining here, just those 2 single Hellbats remaining, but the tank should finish them off, and there we see that now Marine is most certainly ahead. At 25 to just 16 SCVs, about to take out that natural orbital. There was a tank though for STC, which will start chipping away, but of course Hellbats are light biological, so they don't take bonus damage from siege tanks, and as such, we see that for the moment, we have Marine in a good point. That single orbital command desperately trying to survive, but it inevitably will fall, and that means the Marine will be on 2 bases. It's just the 1 base of STC, which does still have a few minerals remaining, but it's getting pretty low. Meanwhile, STC trying to retake a natural. It's his only hope, but the worker count 10 in favour for Marine, even after the losses, and that has really been the story of this game. STC has come back once back into this after going down to just 5 SCVs in the early game, but the follow-up may just have knocked him too far behind. Coming back once from that is good. Coming back twice when you've only got 1 base is going to be near impossible when your opponent has more bases and more workers and more army. But at least the upgrades, oh no, the upgrades are now favouring Hero Marine as well. So let's do a quick quiz. You can let me know in the answer below. If you're ahead in upgrades, bases, and army, and supply, who's going to win? Well, it's going to be the person who's ahead. And now we're just seeing that the tank's desperately trying to put up a last-ditch effort. Some missiles, some auto turrets, trying to soak up some of the damage. But Hero Marine with his own tanks now coming to drop them on top. Has cleaned out all of STC's army, and I think this is going to be the unstoppable push. 1 tank and 1 Hellbat, valiantly trying to hold off as long as they can. Desperately trying to deal the damage, but with the siege up, with the Hellbats coming in, there it gets destroyed, and now I expect to see a GG very shortly, and there it is. What a tough game, my goodness, that was so stressful. Hellbat v Hellbat drops, Widow Mine drops. Oh, I've actually got tired just casting that. That was so intense. I hope you all enjoyed it though. Make sure you like the video, make sure you leave a cool comment, and make sure you subscribe. See you all tomorrow for yet another new cast. If you can't wait that long, check out my channel. And do you like the way I did that in the tone of like one of those legal people in TV adverts where they're like, all compensation must be paid within blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm going off topic, so I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, though. Bye for now.